Hello everyone, good morning. Today we're going to discuss about iSCSI and storage. So first, let's discuss what is storage. Okay, storage. Why we need using storage to store the data. So storage is a kind of disks which we can store the data in it. So in the storage management, in the storage management, so we use different types of disks like EIDE, SATA, SCSI, SAS, and SST. These are the types of storage devices we use uh, in the computers, in the servers, okay, to store the data. So here the listed storage devices, EIDE. EIDE means stands for Enhanced Integrated Drive Electronics, and SATA stands for Serial Advanced Technology Attachment, and iSCSI, Internet Small Computer System Interface, and SAS, Serial Attached SCSI, commonly pronounced SCSI, SCSI, okay, and stands for SSD stands for Solid State Drive. So these are the storage devices we are using in servers in everywhere. Okay, but EID is very old technology. So here the performance is slow. Performance is slow. I means data writing speed, IOPS. Data writing speed, input output operation per second. So when you storing the data or when you open the data, when you read the data, when you write the data, when you execute the data, so that is the performance, real performance. Most of the people thought that only servers or system speeds depends on CPU and RAM. Not like that. And also hard disk performance also is required. If you feel speed, if you feel slow, if any computer, because of these three combinations like RAM, CPU, hard disk, these three performance should be consolidated for the overall performance. Okay, so if you're using, if you have a RAM 10 GB RAM and a dual core or 510 processors, but you're using IDE, then obviously overall performance will be slowed down because the data writing speed is slow here. So EIDE, IOPS is slow. So then obviously it will be the data will write in EID is very slow. And SATA, little speed than EID, SATA. And after SATA, SCSI drives up. So here 150 IOPS, 150 IOPS, input output per second. And SAS is higher performance than SCSI, 210 IOPS. So, and SSD. Now every computer, either laptop, desktop, everywhere we are using SSD hard disks. Even servers also using SSD hard disks. So here the speed is more speed here. Data writing, reading speed is more in SSD. Okay, so obviously performance and cost. If the performance is low and the cost is also less. If the performance is increasing, cost also increasing. Okay, next, what is the partition? So we already discussed this in very beginning partition. What is partition? So partition is to a physical disk sectioned into separate partitions. How we are partition our house, like like bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, hall, how we are partitioning our home. Likewise, we we can partition the physical hard disk into multiple separate partitions for each and every uses, right? For C drive. So here we usually install operating system. The C drive is only for operating system. We will not store any other data in C drive. So like our home, we are in bedroom we used to sleep. In hall we used to watch TV and multi-purpose. So in kitchen we cook the food in. So how we are uh, using the partition for different purposes, here also we are using the partitions for different data. Okay, for different data. A physical disk can have up to 3 primary partitions and 1 extended partitions. See, one physical partition can have 3 partitions. So 3 primary partitions and 1 extended partition. So in extended partition, we can create multiple partitions. In extended partition, we can create multiple partitions. That is, extended partitions are subdivided into logical drives. We can divide the, or we can sanction the extended partition are subdivided into many logical drives. Next. So what is NAS? Network attached storage. So there are types of storages. Before discussing the uh, uh, before discussing the storages, here built-in disk management tools. Let's discuss about built-in disk management tools. So there are storage pools. This is built-in disk management tools and disk management. Disk management. These are built-in. Okay. So coming to here, storage areas. This is storage systems, network attached storage. We call NAS and SAN. This is SAN. This is also storage system. So in the real time, we never use the inbuilt storage. We never use inbuilt storage. We use storage systems. We use storage systems. So what are the storage systems? So what are the storage systems? These are the storage systems. Network storage area. DAS, direct attached storage, network attached storage, and SAN. We call SAN. So these storage areas we use and SCSI. This is the inbuilt storage. So these are the storage systems we use in the real time to maintain the data, to maintain the data. So let's, these are all just read the storages, how, what are the advantages and disadvantages for SAN. You need, there is a separate course for SAN and NAS also. So this is a separate courses. And if you, this is a direct attached storage. Direct attached storage means, let me give you a small explanation. Direct attached storage means, instead of doing that, let me show in pictures. DAS, direct storage. This is direct attached storage. See, if you see here, this is the storages. So these storages attached to, directly attached to workstations or servers like this. This is the best. See, this is the storage. So connected to computer. So this is DAS, means direct attached storage. Okay, NAS. NAS means network attached storage. Here storage will be connected through network. See, this is NAS. Servers are here. This is all storage, hard disk, bunch of hard disks in this box. So the servers connect to switch, and from switch to connect to NAS, network attached storage, like internet connection. So LAN cable. So through LAN cable, data will be flow from servers to NAS, network attached storages. So data will be flow and store in NAS. And servers also here, other, not only servers, other servers also, or clients also can attach to switch. From switch to the data will be flow here, because the storage is not attached directly to the servers. It is it is attached, through network. It is attached through network. So that is NAS. And SAN. SAN means, see, this is SAN. Yeah, this is SAN. So storage area network. So obviously, coming to advantages here, let me talk about the advantages. DAS advantages and disadvantages. Easy to configure, only single server. So direct attached storage, just you connect like USB to the computer. That's the configuration. No uh, additional configuration is required. Okay. Disadvantage, isolated because it is attached. So the storage is only available to the particular server or system. Inexpensive solution, slower. So this is a less cost and slower. Cost and slow. Less cost and slow. Next, network attached storage. Network attached storage, relatively inexpensive, easy to configure, and this is also easy to configure because we are NAS. So NAS. So it is easy to configure. Only LAN cables we need to connect the storage. So servers or any data storing through network cable through NAS. So here, inexpensive, less cost, easy to configure. Only just you need to connect the cables. That's it. And disadvantage, slower access time and not even enterprise solution. So the enterprise, this is not a enterprise solution. So the data flow in the network and storing in NAS. So when the data is flowing in the network, what will happen? Definitely it will become a slow, because this LAN cable capacity is only giga ether network. So if you want to store more data in a less time, you cannot, because data will be flowing in cables, net LAN cables. So NAS offers centralized storage at affordable price. So this is centralized storage. So every system can store their data into this NAS. DAS not like that. DAS is isolated. DAS is isolated. Only one computer data can store in the DAS. But NAS, this is centralized location. So anyone can store their data who are connected to NAS. Slower access time, no enterprise solutions. Obviously slower access. Obviously slower access because this is a net cable, a LAN cable. That is the reason slow. Next. Next, SAN. SAN offers high availability with the most flexibility. So SAN. How SAN? SAN also like NAS. SAN also like storage area network. SAN also like a uh, yeah. See, NAS SAN almost same, but why SAN is uh, speed than NAS? Here, if you observe, everything is also same. So NAS, SAN like SAN also connected through network cable. NAS also, but why here slow and why here fast? Let me explain. See, the client machines connected to s- Ethernet switch, and switch servers and everything is connected to FC switch here. Fiber fiber optical cable. See here, cables are fiber optic cables. Fiber optic cables are faster than LAN cables. I mean Cat5, Cat6 cables. Fiber optic cables are faster than this Cat5, Cat6 cables. So that is the reason here fast. And there are separate switches. See here, we use network switches. Cisco switches are non-dealing or other switches. So here we use um, switches for the network. So network switches we use, but here we use a different switches. So that is the reason data will be fast, and we can data flow, data speed and fast in this cables. Hence, SAN is a expensive one. So advantages: fastest access time, easily expandable, centralized storage, high level redundancy. High level redundancy means there is no data loss here. Redundancy. So the same data will be in different disks. So that no data loss. Disadvantages: more expensive and required specialized skills. So here people should learn this course, SAN. There is a separate course need to learn. So SAN can be implemented using fiber channels. Fiber channels are iSCSI. So today we are not discussing about DAS and NAS and SAN. We are discussing about iSCSI. This is an inbuilt storage system in Windows. Okay, but in real time, uh, even mid-range companies and small companies uses iSCSI, and big enterprise companies using SAN. So coming to iSCSI, what is iSCSI? iSCSI storage is a inexpensive and simple way to configure a connection to remote disk. Many applications requirements uh, dictate that remote storage connections must be redundant in nature for fault tolerance and high availability. So this is a inbuilt, no need to purchase anything. So in the Windows, you can enable iSCSI storage service. So high availability and no downtime, less downtime, 99.9 uh, up, up, high availability, fault tolerance, less failures, high availability, high uptime and less failures. So here disadvantages and advantages are there as usual. So this is only mid-range companies uses this, not big enterprise level companies. So iSCSI transmit iSCSI commands or IP network. iSCSI also like SAN NAS. This also uses network. Using network only, the data will be stored in the centralized storage system. Okay, so component descriptions. IP network provides high performance and redundancy. iSCSI targets run on the storage devices and enable access to the disks. iSCSI Initiator, a software component or a host adapter on the server that provides access to iSCSI targets. IQN, a globally unique identifier used to address initiator and targets on the iSCSI network. So these are the core components we use in the iSCSI storage. So without the IP network, I mean, this without the network, this is IP network. Without the network, we cannot uh, connect multiple devices to the storage. So iSCSI targets. So this is the target server where it is centrally located. Sorry. So iSCSI initiators. So this is a small software where we can connect to the centralized storage. One second. This is how. See, this is iSCSI. See, this is a iSCSI target. iSCSI target. So initiator, this is the client. iSCSI initiator. Let me copy. This is iSCSI initiators. It's a small software we need to install in the client machines. So this is server, storage server, storage machine, storage machine or server. Okay, and this is also, this is a web server or a EIDE server, whatever. This is also server or a client. Because data is everywhere in the real time, not only data, not only servers and not only clients, everywhere. So wherever we feel the data is important, we will use to take the backup, data backup and store in the storage servers, right? So this storage, this initiator connects storage target server and storing the data here. Okay, storing the data here. So iSCSI Initiator is nothing but a small software. It's like a agent which is installing in every server or every machine, so that using this iSCSI Initiator, we access iSCSI targets server. iSCSI target server. So to why we need to access the data. Here storing the data and accessing, storing and accessing the data. So this is how, this is the target server, this is the initiator. Next, IQN. What is IQN? IQN is a unique identifier used to address initiators and targets on the iSCSI network. So this IQN number is a unique name for the iSCSI target server. So this is a unique name. IQN is a unique name. So a globally unique identifier used to address the initiators and targets on a iSCSI network. How they are connecting each other, iSCSI and iSCSI target, because of IQN. So there is a unique identifier name to connect iSCSI target and iSCSI initiator. So if iSCSI initiator want to access target server, only IQN is needed. IQN is a like address, like a address. Our how our house address, how the system having IP address. In the network to identify system, use how the system is identifying in the network by IP address. So how we are identifying by our name. Okay, like the IQN is a address of iSCSI target servers and iSCSI targets and initiator. Both address is IQN. IQN. Okay. So is available as a role in the server. In Windows, we no need to buy this service. It is an inbuilt service in the Windows. We no need to buy. So runs as a service in operating system and installed by default on the Windows 8, every operating system. I mean, all Windows operating systems. Provides the following features: networks, diskless boot, server application storage, and heterogeneous storage, lab environments. So that is what this only uses for uh, mid-range companies, not big enterprise level companies. So what is storage space features? Just read all this. And coming to RAID levels and all, we'll discuss tomorrow. So first, let me install and configure iSCSI target server. After configuring iSCSI target server, how can we access target server using Initiator? Okay. So for that, let me start the mission. So any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Let me reboot it. Okay, and so just go through this theory part. So meantime, let's discuss this, how the data is measuring by C. 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. 1024 bytes, 1 kilobyte. 1024 kilobytes, 1 megabyte. 1024 megabyte, 1 gigabyte. 1024 gigabit, 1 terabyte. 1024 terabyte, 1 petabyte. 1024 petabyte, 1 exabyte. 1024 exabyte, 1 zettabyte. 1024 zettabyte and 1 yottabyte. So this is how we are measuring the storage. Measuring the storage. So you should be familiar with all this. So how storage is measuring here, bits and bytes. Okay. So, and most important thing I forgot, this is select the partition table format. So every partition in the disk, see every partition in the disk, there is a format. there are two types of formats, MBR and GPT. MBR stands for master boot record. Okay, so GPT, GPT stands for I forgot this GPT. Okay, let me check. What is GPT? Full name I forgot it. GPT stands for GPT stands for disk format. Guided partition table. Yeah, I forgot this guided partition table. Let me write down here. Guide partition table. This is master boot record, MBR. Okay, master boot record and guide partition table. So there are two types. So GPT is advanced, MBR is a old one. So only MBR support up to 2 TB. Up to 2 TB hard disks, we can use MBR. But more than 2 TB, we use GPT, guide partition table. Okay, that is the difference between these two. Okay, and you can more than 2 TB also you can use GPT partition. Okay, less than 2 TB also you can use GPT, and more than GPT also, sorry, more than 2 TB also you can use GPT. So, and also you can use MBR. If the hard disk is more than 2 TB, then only we should use GPT. Otherwise, we can use MBR. Both are same, almost same. Only this is a difference. Okay. Okay. Let me log in here. And also, let me change back the IPs. Last time we changed the IPs, right? So we need to change the IPs. Here I recorded old IPs. Where I stored the IPs, old IPs. Maybe I deleted. Okay, I okay, no problem. I remember still. Yeah, this is this is us. For routing purpose, we changed the IP address to 23. This is 10, 192, 168, 223, 10. And if you forgot the IPs, here you go to DNS and you can check what are the IPs, previous IPs. This, ARN, WinADC, AD10, and this is okay. Okay, this is 11, I guess. 11. Yeah, 11. Not this. This is the one. 192, 168, 223, 11. 192, 168, 223, 11. 192, 168, 223, 10. You need to, I think, uh, copy the records. I mean, you maintain the old IP address before you changing, so that next time you can revert back. So for that purpose, we change the IPS routing. And just disable it. Disable it. Because we used this server as a router last time. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. So that is a different story. Now let me install iSCSI in this machine. So this DC, see, telling the same thing every time. In real time, no one will install storages and all in DC, but here we are installing. Okay, so that is a different, each and every service we use a different servers in the real time. Okay. Okay, go to click file storage and file storage services. Okay, and go to iSCSI. Here install iSCSI target server to start add roles and features. Click here. Okay, and go to iSCSI target server. See, it is already installed, so you no need to install. If it is not, then need to install. Click next. Restart if required. Install. I mean, by default it automatically check the box, so you need to install. I'm sorry, not defaultly install. You need to if it not, you need to check the box. So this is how we need to enable the iSCSI target server. By default option is checked. If not, you need to check and install. Okay, it's taking time. Any questions? Okay, close. Now just see, now it becomes create. Before it was install, now it is showing create. Click here, click here, and click next. So where do you want to create a virtual disks? So if you have a space, wherever you have a space, you need to select that. So I'm having space here, less space, free space, yeah, 14. Okay, let me select this, click next. Here you need to give disk name, v disk 1, virtual disk 1. So the path would be C here, C iSCSI, sorry, D iSCSI virtual disks, V disks. Click next. How much GB you want to allocate this storage? So I'm giving 4 GB, 4 GB. So is it fixed size or dynamically expand and difference? You can select in. So you select this fixed disk. Click next. Here, new iSCSI target. So creating a new iSCSI target. Click next. Here you need to give the iSCSI target server name. So target one. In real time, we use names based on the data. So if the data is having database files, you can give database target. Or if you're using applications, application target one. Web servers data, you can use web servers like that. Okay, and description, WinAD, this WinAD server, this target in WinAD server. So just giving server name for only description to know this target from which server, because in the real time many targets, so targets are from different servers, so we should mention the server name here uh, to know this target from which server. Okay, next. Here we need to see this target one is accessible on the network. So to access on the network should have a IP address, right? Apart from this system IP address, this also should have. See, if system having IP address, the system is accessible to network in the network. Like this also should have an IP address. So this is IQN. You can use IQN or IP address. So if you use IQN, the value will be different. So let's use IP address. So IP address is 10, sorry, 192.168.223.10. So this is the system IP address. So also storage IP address. Click OK. And so allow other computers to access. So here I'm also giving IP address of this computer. Here I'm allowing this computer IP address here to allow this access this target 192.168.223.11. Okay, so allowed this computer and that computer. Click next. So here enable authentication. So this enable authentication is not required. So you can click next. Click next. See, iSCSI virtual disk location server WinAD. This is the path, disk path, and 4 GB disk name and disk size and target one, and target from this server win-AD and access servers. So the storage accessible on this IP address 192.168.223.10. Okay, security is then create. Now the target is created. Under the target, disk is also creating. Okay, see, now you're able to see this. See, not connected. So no one is connected. This. Okay. Now go to second server. Open file storage services, iSCSI. Okay, leave it not iSCSI. Now you access from here. Go to not. Okay, go to the system and click here in search I iSCSI Initiator. See, click here. Yes. So using this iSCSI, we can connect this server's storage. So here we created a storage here in this server. We can access the storage from this system. How? Go to iSCSI Initiator. Go to iSCSI Initiator and here target. What is the target server? 192.168.223.10. This is the target server. Quick connect. So this is the IQN. This is the IQN. IQN means see, this is a unique identity number. Unique identity number. So connected. Done. Okay. Now go to server manager. Go to server manager and click iSCSI file and storage services. In this, click disks. See, here you're able to see the 4 GB disk. This is unknown. Okay, this is unknown. So now you bring the disk to online. Bring the disk to online. Online. Yes. See, in this system, we have only CD drive. Okay, CD drives. Now, okay. Just after bringing the disk to online, now you create a partition. Go to storage pools. Here, see, you see this storage pool. So in the storage pool, in physical disks, see this is 4 GB. Right click on it. You can see open. Now you can create a partitions. So create a virtual disks to start a new virtual partitions. Click here. Now you can create a partition. Click next. Create a storage pool to start new storage. Click next. No, 1 minute. This is it. Now the storage is showing up here in this mission, but you can make the storage, you can create a partition, this physical disk. Okay. Now, now click here, click next, create a storage pool. Click next. Here just give name. Just give name. So I'm 1 minute. I'm going to create a partitions from the 4 GB disk. See this is the 4 GB hard disk. Okay, physical hard disk. So I'm going to create a pools here. Pool 1. Okay, click next. So select the physical hard disk. Select 4 GB. Click next. And if you have more than one physical hard disk, you can select that also. Click next and create and create. Close. Okay, there is a pool. There is a pool. See, just refresh it. Select. This is a pool. So from the pool, oh my God, create a virtual disks. Create a virtual disk. Click next. Select pool. And here you just give name like simple disk. Click next. Simple. Click next. Thin or fixed. So thin means volume uses space. One moment. So thin volume uses space from the storage pool as needed up to the volume size. Fixed means the volumes uses space from the storage pools equal to the volume size. So let's use click thin and you can give space. So 4 GB I created a disk, right? But in the real time it is like 1000 GB, like 2000 GB, like that. Just we don't have a space here, so that is the reason I gave 4 GB. Now give space. Here I'm just going to give 5. Okay, 5. No 5, just sorry, 1 GB. Click next. Create. Now come here, go to right click on it, go to computer management, disk management, computer management. Click disk management. See here 1 GB space is available. 8 MB will be taken by system by default. Okay, so 1 GB space is available. Right click on it, click sample, click next. You can assign the drive, whatever, F drive, G drive. Okay, G drive. Click next, click next, finish. Now see 1 GB space will be available. So in iSCSI storage, from one physical storage through iSCSI services target and initiator, we can create a
Teacher,
multiple.
pineapple 15 rupees
Please mute yourself.
కట్ చేసుకొని పీసెస్
Please,
ఫుడ్ తినేటప్పుడు ఒక 3-4 పీసెస్ డైలీ తింటాను క్యారెట్.
please mute yourself. Okay. So using iSCSI target and initiator, we can provide and supply the disks space to other servers and systems in the real time. So whatever you're storing data storing here, that will be sorry. So if whatever you're storing here, that will be stored in this physical disk. So you refresh here, that will be stored in this C connected target one, storing in 4 GB physical hard disk. So that's all for today. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you all.
No, sir.
Thanks for joining. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.